Yes, that was delicious. Ah, yes, I was going to teach them how to use this mana. Ah, yes, the classic. Why, hello. One of the reasons why you don't see the top of my head is because I have horns. I don't want to scare most of the, viewers and students, so I found a spell, a witch's spell, in fact, that made 2 black bars appear so they can block it out. Now, when it comes to casting spell on any spell in the game, it will have a mana cost, how much mana it takes for you to use it. Here is a very good example. See, it only takes just 1 red, so you could play it on turn 1 if you really wanted to. It's pretty interesting, and maybe you get one that doesn't specifically have a color. Maybe it has like a 1 or a 2. What are these numbers? We're not in regular school anymore. Why are we doing math? Calm down. It just means you can use any color of mana to do it. So usually good in decks that mix colors. It usually gives them a little more variety. See, if it was 2 blue, it would be harder to cast in a deck that maybe is blue, red, green, and yellow. Yellow is not an official magic color, but I'm trying to make it one. No response have been sent in, but a more regular example would be blue, red, or white. American color. It's pretty popular now. Now, when I said there's mixing decks, there's also mixing of 2 mana, different mana costs, and those are pretty good in those usually have slightly more value than ones that are just colorless, because they're slightly harder to get out, and you have to kind of build your deck around having lands to do it. And also, with these 2 mana ones, they can also have colorless. Not that big of a deal, but sometimes, if it stacks up too much, you might think, this card comes in way too late. I don't think I can take it. And there's not only dual mana mixing, but occasionally there's triple mana mixing. See, this card is actually pretty expensive, costing in converted total 6. Because there's a 3 right there and a 3 right there. Ha ha, I goofed. But we'll get over that. See, and since it's this big, you may want to consider if it's, too much mana for your deck. So that's a pretty decent thought. And then, there are those rare creatures and spells. There's not that many spells that do it. It's mainly creatures and artifacts that are all colorless. Now, for this lesson you've learned, so from the previous lessons you've learned how to play spells and get mana to play them. But what do they do? You may be asking angrily at the education system, what do they do? Well, that is next class, where I'll be devoting a specific lesson to each type of card, and we've already had a lesson on land cards, so now that we've got the basics out of the way, we can get into the more interesting stuff. See you soon. I'm going to take a small mid-second lunch break.